Good morning, my name is Gilberto Flores Delgado. I'm going to talk about this article. This article is called Biodiversity of the Beneficial Soil-borne Fungi Steered by Trichoderma-amended Biofertilizers Stimulates Plant Production. Okay. So this article it's made by Yang Wang, Sang-Wang Liu, Xingyi Hao, Sikui Wang, and more. You can see it on the paper. So the publisher of this article is Biofilms and Microbiomes. It has an impact of Q1, so if you want a trustworthy source of articles and scientific information, well, you have that option. It's a really good publisher with interesting articles. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so yeah, before we start, let's go to by the introduction. The introduction will be the first thing that every article has. So yeah, we're going to talk first about the trichoderma. The trichoderma spp are free-living opportunistic fungi that are common in soil and plant root systems and are widely used as biological inoculum in agricultural production. Well, what I'm trying to say is that this fungi it's used by a lot of people because the trichoderma works as a they produce a second metabolite. So when they do that, not only gives to the plant health, it's not only gives the plant health or improve their resistance or give them better production or things like that. The trichoderma gives them an anti-disease protection because they protect the plant. It's like a symbiotic relationship when the plant gives them a proper soil with the nutrients, and the fungi protect the plant, and the fungi give the plant nutrients. Numerous studies have shown that the root colonization by Trichoderma spp could frequently enhance root growth and development, crop productivity, resistance to abiotic stress, and the uptake and use of nutrients. It is what I said earlier with fancy words. So yeah, the type of the of the cult type, or the type of cultive this article had was a cabbage wild rotation field. It was an experiment for 8 crop seasons, in which the soils were amended with sterilized and non-sterilized organic fertilizer, inoculated with or without plant beneficial fungal inoculant. In this case, they used the Trichoderma gishoense NJAU 4742. I'm not going to say that ever again. And the chemical fertilizer, they didn't go into depth, so they don't just say that okay, this is the chemical fertilizer, nothing less. So yeah, what they did is like they put, you're going to see in the next presentation, 8 seasons they were changed the soil, like, hey, we're going to put this with fungal, this one with chemicals, with nothing, then random things. There were switch on, switch off, switch on the things. So it was a really complete work. So yeah, first we already ended with the introduction, so the article goes deep in the cabbage and the experiments, in the results. So yeah, they first did a cabbage yield in the field experiment. So they did an study to see what kind of fertilizer improves the production of cabbage. As you can see in this image, they used 4 categories. They had 4 categories. One with the organic fertilizers, the second one with bioorganic fertilizers, the third one with no fertilizers, and the fourth one with inorganic fertilizers. Each one had the last two got one type of fertilizer, the CK and TF. But if the upside, the organic and the bioorganic one had the SOF and the OF on the organic side, and the bioorganic side they got the OF plus T and the SOF plus T. So yeah, they give them to the crops, and study them. So they got the conclusion. So they got to the conclusion that both bioorganic fertilizer treatments, the COF plus T and the OF plus T, significantly increase the cabbage yield, with OF plus T showing the highest yield compared to the organic fertilizer, the OF plus T and the SOF plus T, and the chemical fertilizer treatments, the CF. As you can see on this table, the better ones were the bioorganic fertilizers, and the SOF on the organic fertilizer side was the third one, and it was like equal to the inorganic fertilizer, but the OF and CK were the less one that improves the yield on the cabbage. Significant higher cabbage yield was observed in the group of bioorganic fertilizers treatments, the same thing I said, compared to the group of organic fertilizer treatments, the same thing I said. So they did a research to see what kind of fertilizer improved the yield. Like the objective of this article is to improve the yield, the cabbage yield. So yeah. Then they did a fungal community composition study. You may ask why they did this. Well, they did this to see if the fertilizers had something to do with the fungal. As you know, they were going to talk about this in the introduction. They're going to use a fungal, so they must know if the biofertilizers change the soil, like if they improve it or they damage the fungal composition. So not the fungal composition, the soil composition. So the fungi community must like it or not. So yeah, they use they use the same fertilizers, and they made a study. As you can see on this table, the best one was the OF plus T. The second one was the SOF plus T, the bioorganic ones. The OF was the third one, the CK, with no fertilizers, and the last ones were the CF and SOF. This one was an interesting thing because the SOF treatment also decreased the fungal richness in diversity in this compared to the SOF plus T and the OF plus T treatments. I think this is because they didn't got deep on that side, but I think it was because when the type of things that fertilizer had kinda lowers the level of the community, of the richness that a fungi community needs. So with the CK, with nothing, the soil was virgin, so like the things are going to grow there no matter what. So yeah, you can see on the Shannon, they mean to diversity, so in that aspect there wasn't a big deal with that, but the OF plus T and the CK were like equals. As you know, not that you know, like the CK, but the virgin soil was like, you know that fungi grows on everything, so no matter what, it's kind of normal that this one were really good. So yeah. They made a multiple regression tree analysis. This analysis indicated that the main driver of fungal community was the Trichoderma gisgonse. Sorry. Oh, I'm a little bit sick. Sorry. So, in this moment, they already used the Trichoderma gisgonse. They didn't explain it. They didn't say it on the article. So, when they did a multiple regression tree, they see that the fertilizers that got a better growth on fungi community were the ones that the Trichoderma gisgonse were applied. Then the other ones were followed by the chemical and organic fertilizers application. The fungal communities could be divided into two major groups according to whatever the soil had been amended with trichoderma, with a further separation in the organic fertilizer treatment, the OF, and the other treatments, the SCF, SOF, and the CK. With this, I'm trying to say that the trichoderma not only improves the health on the plant, or on the soil. The trichoderma invites another fungi community to grow over there. You're going to see it here. Then they did a responsive fungal taxonomy. The O2U, as you can see over there, it's operational taxonomy. No, operation taxonomy unit, I think. So this one, where they wanted to know how much community, how much the fungi species, families were on the soil. So to investigate the fungal OTU that correlated with the specific fertilization treatment, they used a Venn diagram. As you can see, there's nothing. This is not on the article, so this I'm going to explain what is this diagram to show the number of fungal OTU shared between the CK treatment, the virgin soil. So that's they used this one because it was the virgin soil, so it was like the start point of all the fertilizers, and different fertilizers treatment or specific treatment specific to each treatment. As you can see, there's 3 big balls over here. So they, like this ball, all the balls are going to be connected, but as you may see, in this part only these ones are connected, and they share the N, I, and C ones. But in the middle, the 3 balls are connected. What they try to do is like, boom, as you can see, they got a lot of varieties. So with this, they share, like the CK shared this one with this, 456 with OF plus T, 479 with the OF, and yeah. Fungal OTU in the different fertilizers treatment were dominated by shared OTU. In total, 80%, 77%, 76%, 68%, and 66% fungal species were shared between the CK treatment and the treatments respectively. The diagram showed that 484 responsive fungal OTU were shared between the OF plus T and SOF plus T treatments, which was greater than the number of shared OTUs when compared SOS against SOF plus T and OF plus T respectively. Okay, like why they are comparing that ones, it's because the SOF is like the organic ones, but on the organic they added the SOF with the trichoderma. Maybe you didn't know that. I didn't explain that. I'm sorry. So yeah. With this, among this responsive fungal taxonomy, Spearman's rock correlation analysis found 88 fungal O2U linked with cabbage yield and was defined as a potential beneficial fungi. The largest number of highest cumulative relative abundance of potentially beneficial fungal O2Us were observed in the OF plus T and the SOF plus T treatments compared with the CF, SOF, and the OF treatments respectively. So yeah, what I did here is like they did an analysis of different OTU. So they see that the OF plus T that had the where is it? You know, the biggest richness on the fungal community and the diversity. They basically did a study to see like the correlation. You know, that the yield of the cabbage, the production, like with better, biggest richness and diversity, the biggest the number of OTU will change, because the fungal community will start, you know, to change, to be on that situation, not situation, like be in that soil. Okay, so with this, it's like they're going to say like with more fungal community your soil have, the more the cabbage yield will improve. The same with this, with the more relative abundance that this soil have, the more the yield of cabbage will improve. In this case, it was the SOF plus T, as you can see over here. It was the abundance. This is another table that you're going to see over here. So yeah. Now they did a taxonomy of potential beneficial fungi. They did a taxonomy study to see what kind of fungi was related to the trichoderma. So they may implement it to the soil. So like the trichoderma will help the plant. Okay, the trichoderma will call or will do a proper change in the soil so another fungi can grow over there. But they thought about this, like, okay, if we put family closer to the trichoderma, like I'm going to put an example, you are not the same as your cousin. Like you may be good for maths, your cousin may be good for science. So this is why they did like the trichoderma is good for giving protection in diseases to a plant. Maybe I don't know, let's see, the coniochaeta, it's better to the soil, give them better soil, something like that. So they examined the classification of potentially beneficial fungal. Results show that the potential beneficial fungi were assigned to 39 genera, and most of them belonged to the Ascomiota. The analysis showed that positive pH accounted for 100%, indicating that the coexisting relationship occupied the entirety of the microbial network. You're going to see what they mean over here. It's this one. So, as you can see, the OF plus T and the SOF plus T had a better relative abundance, as you may see over here. Wait. Alright, there you go. And the other ones had like non-existent red ones or blue, orange ones. So yeah, the authors perform a network analysis of their potential beneficial fungal genera and trichoderma to identify the interrelationship. The network consisted of 40 nodes and 188 edges, as you may see here. So yeah, what I here is like the trichoderma is in on the middle of on the graphic, and the other ones are connecting with the trichoderma. With the biggest connections, the bigger the ball is going to be, and as you can see on the image, everything is connected. Everything is going to help the other ones, the other families. So it's like a big community that will help to improve the soil, the community, the house, the little houses, you know. Then they did experiments. They did an effects of fungal isolates on cabbage growth in the greenhouse experiments 1. In total, 59 and 39 fungal isolates were randomly collected from OF plus T and the OF soils respectively to confirm the findings of fungal community analysis results. A total of 88 fungal genera could be distinguished among the 98 strains: 12 Aspergillus isolates, 4 Penicillium isolates, 3 Fusarium isolates, and 10 Trichoderma isolates, which belonged to the potential beneficial fungal groups, were selected to test their ability to promote the growth of cabbage. Like, they got this in the first experiment. Then, with these 4, they did a pot trial results. They showed that the most Aspergillus, Penicillium, and the Trichoderma isolates could significantly promote the growth of cabbage. They help each other. On this basis, 4 fungal isolate, as you can see over there, the specific ones with optimal growth promotion on the cabbage were chosen for further study. With this one, they did the experiment number 2. They noticed that the co-inoculation of Trichoderma gisgonse together with the selection of fungal isolates, these ones, could significantly increase the cabbage biomass as compared to the single fungal species, as you can see over here. With the 4 ones, the richness of the cabbage improved, and the population density improved as well. They then did another study on the greenhouse 3 and 4. They found that increasing the richness and population density of beneficial microbes improved the accumulation of plants biomass. They made the plants richer, the stronger. Plants roots inoculated with the fungal community comprised of the previous microorganisms could increase the cabbage fresh weight by 36.49% to a 13.23%. As you can see, like, with the biggest community, with the biggest population on the field, on the soil, the better the cabbage will grow. The I don't know, fattest, I may say, it will grow, as you can see over here. Plant grow promotion, richness, like, with biggest promotion is going to grow even more, and the population density is going to be even more. The plant growth, you know, like, biggest community equals to better growth. Then we're going to, with this, they finally the study side. Let me see how much time. Okay, I don't have that much time. Let's let they do a speed run. They did a discussion. We are on the discussion side. The Trichoderma-amended bioorganic fertilizers application could form a more singular soil fungal community and stimulate a greater number of potential beneficial soil-borne fungi that contribute to crop growth and yield. Combinate inoculation of Trichoderma together with this potential beneficial soil-borne fungal isolates yielded a higher level of plant growth promotion effectiveness. The Trichoderma, it's okay by itself, but if you put it together with these ones, it's going to be a better companion to the Trichoderma, and they will improve the cabbage yield. Different crop types and tend to recreate unique rhizosphere microbial communities, but this process is always limited by the composition of microbial community in different types of soils. Plant development can be changed by Trichoderma-amended bioorganic fertilizers that had positive impacts on crop yield through shifting the composition of soil-borne microbiome. They noticed a favorable response by beneficial taxa, evidencing that the significant variety of advantage microorganisms native to the soils. Like, with the taxonomy, they know, like, hey, this one may work with the soil. Using these ones, using the taxonomy could say, like, okay, these ones are natural from the soil, so these ones are going to be better for the ecosystem. Like, they're going to not going to bring another species to the foreign species to the plant. They're going to see the native ones, and they're going to be better ones for the better species for the plant. I don't know if I explain myself well, so yeah. Methods. As you can see, the field site description, they use the experiment started from September 2015, and the Chinese cabbage and wild cabbage were circularly planted, in circle. The sample collection and DNA extraction, as you can see over there, they use the Power Soil DNA isolation kit, and they take 0.5 grams of soil following the manufacturer's protocol. They use PCR. They use the primers ATS1S and the ATS1R, and they got this strain-specific Tachman probe. The general universal fungal primers ETS1F were used to amplify the ETS1 region from soil DNA. The library was sequenced on a Illumina Nova 6000 platform and 250 BP per end reads were generated. Now this one is the isolation identification, as you can see, and with this I'm finished. I hope you understand that in the conclusion, if you put a lot of fungi on the soil, on the cabbage soil, they will help the growth of the cabbage. They will improve the soil richness, the community density, and they will do a lot of help to the plant. So yeah, with this I say goodbye.
Bye bye.